Well, hello again. Another quick video just to pass the time as such. I've had another new Loco, which is what they call the dreaded halogen class 47. This I've just had yesterday. This is from halogen.com, 98, I think £98.99 or something like that, which is normally selling about £172. So for that price you can't go wrong. Also, day before yesterday I went up to see Steve at the Hobby Goblin and got a 21 pin decoder, set all up, and actually had it downloaded first time, the sound file did. Sometimes you can get, I've spent sometimes half a day trying to get it going on certain ones, but this particular one, it went in first go, no problem at all. So when this came yesterday, it came at 4 o'clock yesterday, I put it in, just checked it, and then this morning it came up and set it all up. So this is the train. Now, what it's actually got, it's got running lights, it's got a headlight there, or spotlight there. It's also got the tail lights the same, but also it's got cab lights and it's got engine room lights. Now then, that works if you've actually got a normal, say, 6-pin decoder into it, and there's what you get there. Those are the actual bits there. But if you put a 877,000 into it, you don't get the cab lights or the engine room lights. You lose them. Now, to me, that makes a difference, because normally you're running the trains without the cab lights on any road. So that is the only problem with it. You lose those two if you've got an 877,000. Now then, that will work perfectly. The cab lights go on that, no problem. This one will not do it. I even tried changing the function list from what it is a 47 to a 50, which has got, and when you look at it, it's got those in, but even that didn't do it. So it'll only do that. So I've lost the cab lights on and the engine room lights, but it didn't bother me that much. But so that's the new Loco. Now then, one thing goes with it is when I run it in, of course I switch all mine are DCC. Every one I've got about 14, 15 now done. They're all switched to DCC, and I run on DCC. I do not run on the Bluetooth. Some people have a lot of problem on the Bluetooth, so I just keep it on DCC. I've never had any trouble with any of my Locos since I did it. Now, one thing when you're doing these Locos, when you're running them around, one thing you can do is on your phone or iPad, like this, and this. See, this is what this one is. Now what you've got here is, if you go up to here, which gives you the CVs, you can alter any one of these CVs while the train is running. So, because I've got a speedometer which is normally sitting here when I set it up, I can set my train up exactly as it should run. Say I've got it set at 50, and that train will run round at 50 miles an hour. So that is how I set my trains up, by doing that. They're a godsend. Other than that, you've got to take the train off the track, put it on a program track, alter it, put it back again. Whereas these HM7000 are brilliant from that point of view. You can change any of the one you've got in the system for it. Now then, also, as if I just go to here for a second and go to settings for a second up here, and go back down here for a minute, go to DCC mode here like this. See, the volume I've got up quite high here, but I can change that whenever I want. But that's how I can actually do my Locos. Now then, of course, I love doing my programs. So this morning I set a program up for this. I've already got all my Locos, wherever they are on the track, all got programs. So what I'll do, I'll show you this one as it is. So if I just go to, let's just put it up here, I'll go with it up here a minute. On here. We'll now put the cold on and put on the sound. It's trying to fire up. Turn that off. And there you go. It's fired up. There's, put the lights on. You've got the lights on there. You can see them. And there's the lights on there. Then I can put the tail lights on, but also I've got the spotlight. So it's actually got the spotlight on the front, or head code as it is on some trains. And so it runs beautifully like that. I can put the tail lights on and tail them off. Also, what you can do with this is that you can actually put the tail lights on that end and the tail lights on that end, so it's as if it's parked. I've got 1 or 2 trains that'll do that anyway, but that's how those will work. So what I should do with this now, I'll just turn this off now for a second. Like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the program I've done for this one. Wait for it to close down. Just take me an hour, a couple of hours to do all this stuff. It's also sitting with this load of wagons, and these are all Stoke-on-Trent wagons. The first 2 here are Shelton Bar, which is the old ironworks, which now is Festival Park, which is a retail park now. Then I've got Sneed, which is a Sneed pit. It used to be, it's now closed of course. And these 2 are pottery ones. These are wagons that Steve, the Hobby Goblin, had commissioned for us at Stoke-on-Trent. So I've got some people can't get some of these, but I've got all the rake of them now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one on for you. I'll find it. Well, that's it there. There's the door. Cold start, just firing up. There's the headlights come on. You can see, there like that. And the spotlight. You see with the sun coming in here, it's doing that. There's the up it goes. Also in this one there's got wagon clanging, so listen. Yeah. There's the Shelton Bar ones, there's the Sneed ones, and there's the pottery ones. So Steve had these specially commissioned. They're actually dapple wagons, but these had them more specially commissioned. This is the last lap for it. Some trains will work perfectly under program, some they're a nightmare. I've been doing these for 14 years now, and I do have problems with some of them. Here it comes. You see, these are lovely little wagons, these are. Now it should actually slow down and the wagons will clang again. There we go. Come round here and then you'll hear the wheel squeal. There we go. The brake squeal. And slow down, stop. And the wagon's done it again. all the lights will go out. And that, and it'll go off, and then you'll leave the cab door go again. Listen, well, that's it, it's finished. Now then, what I control my trains all different ways. I can run them manually as they are. I can run them by my mouse. I can run them by schedules. And I can run them as programs. I can do it any way I want. It's just the way you want. The same, I've been up this morning and set all this and let it all run on its own. Right, now then. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you a little program that you give me that one. When it's finished that'll do it. And then that will do one. It'll come out and go back and go into there. And there's another program to bring it back and take it back where it just come from. And how I do that is down here on the, there, like that. Got these here. And what I've got here is if I go to tick that one, that one, that one, that one. That's 4, right? Click that. Now what I've got here, these are clocks. And that's a little program. So what that program is when I press that, it actually sets the clock off at a particular time. Now the main one that starts all this lot off is for 11 o'clock. So that first clock is for 10:59 and 55 seconds. And then when it gets to 11 o'clock, there, these trains here, this one and that one, all start up on their own. So what it is I know that after those have done those 3 sections there, this one here is for the ones that you're going to do now. So what I do is click this, the clock is now changed to that time. There we go. Now this one is now going to set up and do its little program like this. I just love doing these programs, and of course that's my train announcement system which I've got in the computer.
Will be the 09:45, the Aberdonian service to Aberdeen, calling at Peterborough, Doncaster, York, Darlington, Newcastle, Edinburgh, Dundee and Aberdeen only. This train is formed of 3 coaches. First class accommodation is located at the front of the train. A buffet service is available on this train. British Rail would like to apologise to passengers for the late running of this service and any inconvenience this may have caused. Please mind the gap when boarding this train.
What I've got with some also is my station sign there also alters with the particular certain trains that are running. So I can put that into the program as well. There's the carriage door shutting. Now the trouble with this one is the guard only works when it goes that way. It won't work that way. But it works off, the guard is out of that train over there. Here we go. This is because I've got this rake on now, it's only 3 because mine's on a little layout. But this is a lovely train now. I've just put all the lights on here just for this next little section, or should do. There he comes. run on a bit, this one has. Sometimes it does this. What I can do is just slide this one back a bit for now. It's because I've just messed with the program. I just threw it out. So that's just done that one. The lights will go out, there we are. And then the cab door, this one. And that's a start up doing that program I've just showed you. So the reason I chose this particular one, because I've got different coloured green ones anyway, so it looked a little bit different. There's the wagons clanging and going round. You can see that's going to be now doing just a little bit round here. You see, the thing is, it's running round at 40 mile an hour. The thing is, it's pulling coal wagons, and that speed it should be running at, not running at 100 mile an hour down the track. You run your trains, I tell people, you run your trains the way you want to run them. I run mine like this because of the size of my track. I haven't got, 20, 30 yard long of track. It's only small. So, 100 mile an hour on it looked ludicrous. Wagon plan, there we are. And they'll come round here, they'll do a brake squeal, stop, and then the wagon's planned. There we go, ready? Now see, that's worked where it should do because I didn't mess with it. I was trying to stop that train and that's overrun. So that's now going to finish this bit and stop. There it goes. And then we hear the cab door. Right. Now this one will be the next one. Now if you notice, I've got my yard lights on there. And they're controlled by that set of points. So when they're in that position, the yard lights on because that's where the trains will go. When they change to that position, to go round the back through the tunnel into the turntable, the lights will go off. So this will now come out here. Also this is controlled as well. Just stop now. Alright. Now the points have just changed. And the light will go to green with the router on. And they go into that little hole. There it goes. It's going to stop. The points will change back again for starters, which will put the yard lights back on again. A minute. Yeah, the yard lights on. Now also, as you see the water tower here, of that is actually it's a motorised one, the sound. So in my steam trains I could put them in there. The points will change. The lights in the yard have got it. It will now come out, come round here, and then go back to where it's just come from. Yeah. Points should just change back again. Signal will change. And the train will come back again now to where it's just come from. So this is doing scheduling. Once it's finished this bit, I'll show you another little trick you can actually do. There it goes, it's going back down where it's just come from, down there. Well. Right. I'll just finish. That goes off. We'll finish that bit. That's it. It's done. Done this program. Right. Now then, that is scheduling. Right. So first of all, I must do this. Put this back to double click that to give me the correct time again. Go back up to here and turn all these ticks off. Otherwise, what happens is at that particular time tomorrow, that would start up if I wasn't up here. Right, now then. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you a merge. What I'm going to do, I'm going to merge that one with this one. Right. If you do that, go up to, I'm going to do my first program, right? So I go up here and I want that one. So that is the program for that one. Now I'm going to put this one with that one. So what you do there, you go to the, well, you can put it where you want, but I'll always put mine first. So click on it there, so it highlights there. Come down here, there's a little box here and it says merge. You click on that and you say, right, do that. Then what you do then is you look for that particular program, which is there, right? That's it there. So you click on it, like that. You open it. What it's done now, it's actually successfully put all that lot into that program. So that program now, you look at it, look. That's all that in one. And what you've got to do then is you have to change this so it's that one and 47. Right. You then go down here and click this. Done that. Like that. You now come out of here now. Now, of course, I haven't got it in one of my things here, so I've got to go up here. I've got to go up here and go for Abbott and 47, which is there. Click on that. Now, if I do this, watch. Once that one starts up and this one starts up together.
The next train to depart on platform 2 will be the 09:45, the Aberdonian service to Aberdeen, calling out
Now she's got his lights on.
Doncaster, York, Darlington, Newcastle,
Now when you've done this, you most probably got to alter
Aberdeen,
most of the stopping where these will actually stop. But these most probably won't stop where they do on the normal programme because you've got 2 in 1. Yeah, so that one's going off on its own. This one's still doing this bit of a programme. Yeah. And there's the doors on that. Can you hear the guard's whistle? It should do. That's it. This one will be doing this little bit round here. Yeah. And off we go together. So you can just sit here and watch them doing this. Those 2 programmes will run independent of each other, but this way around. Now then, if you do you see, they're just doing their own little thing. But you can put 2 locos together as like a consist on Railmaster. But what happens is they both then run together. So if we've got one at 50 mile an hour and one 40 mile an hour, what'll actually happen is when you stop the first one, the second one stops as well. So this is coming round here. These most probably won't finish where they should do. He's got another lap to do now. Still. Let's see, it's gone a little bit too far, that has. But you can alter that, in the programme. So that's this one here like this. So that one's gone too far as well. So you just alter the stop times on those 2 trains. And that's how you do a merge. Finish that on. That's it, all done. Right. What I mean by the other way is that if you go to here, to the 2 little trains here, go to here, you can pick your trains here, like this. Now what I'm going to do, I'll come out of there for a second, I need to go up here, into this little section up here. I'll show you another one, right? This is, so these are my 68s. That's those 2 there, and those 2 there. Now, those 2 there have been set up identical. So they're actually connected together with a magnet. And what I can do with that is, if I look on here, like this, and find the 2, which is that one there, and that one there. If you've got the Pro, you can reverse one round. So you got 2 back ends together, 2 front ends together. You have much here. So I've got them like that now. So to click that there now. Now on here also, sitting here is a program. So if I click this now, that set of points has changed. This set of points has changed. Now the lights will come on the 2 locos. These haven't got sound. I'm just leaving these as they are. I don't run these very often. Hang on, look, coming out together. Just attached by a magnet. Here they come. They come into the side in here. Like that. And what will actually happen now is it'll actually go the other way. Hopefully. Sometimes they disconnect, but There we go. They're now going back together. I'm going back into the hole where they just come from, over there. So these are all things you can actually do than having just normal train running. Takes the boredom away. So this will just stop there as it happens, but I shall just well, and they've stopped, and that's how you do it. So what you can do now, is if I come back to here and just take these two out, because I don't want them like that, and then come up here, because I've got all sorts of things in here with, you know, in my groups. I go back down here to go up to, or down, down, do double run, and means all the trains will be running on this particular timetable. And that's how I do it all. Now, if you have any problems with Railmaster at all, just give me a call. I'm always here, usually. Tuesday, if anything, it'll be Tuesday morning I'm not here, I usually go up the railway shop. Other than that, I'm normally always here. You can get me on 01782 302194. My email address is there underneath the video. And please call and please subscribe, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.